in
not
1
like
mile.
last time.
Keep left onto I-90 East.
Last time. And it's an interesting experience. This trip has been seamless so far. And I am excited.
Continue 7.9 miles on I-90 East.
It's going to be so amazing. We're a little early, a little ahead of schedule because I miscalculated my time and I thought that we needed more time than we did, which is fine. It's better to be early than late, but still, I don't want to be. I don't want to be, too early. But is there ever too early? Is there really ever? Gosh, Chaunty. Something fell. Hi. Can I have a receipt too, please? Thanks. Have a good one. All right, and off we are to the next stop. Hi, and welcome to the Chaunty Show. We are here today, and this is our new set for today. We are on the road, and we are here with Frankie Imbergamo, celebrity chef, winner of the Italian contest for Emeril Live. So, Frankie.
How are you, Chaunty?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you for. It's an honor. It's a pleasure to be working with you.
It's an honor for me.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. So I just wanted to get into this interview and just ask you a few things about your life and your career and all that good type of stuff. And
Okay, sure.
I want to start off with what cooking shows have you appeared on?
Well, the cooking shows. I was on the Food Network on specifically Emeril Live with Emeril Lagasse, and I won a cooking contest of Emeril's Italian contest. And what happened was there was 1,500 contestants, and they picked 4 winners, and I was one of the 4, and actually the top winner. And they came to Boston, they filmed me in the North End buying the ingredients to make the meatballs. and we call it gravy sauce, like that, which is the tomato sauce, spaghetti sauce. And what happened was we went down there, and then they came back here, and I made a live recipe that was called Frankie's Gravy and Meatballs, which is in my cookbook. And that was the recipe that won. And after about a month after that, they said I was in the top 100.
Wow.
And then top 25, and then they called us, so we were one of the top winners. That's when it's all created. And then they flew me and my wife with the other 3 spouses and the winners of this with their spouses to New York City. And we were on the Food Network live on the Emeril show, and it was a great experience, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Well, congratulations on that again for your amazing achievements and all your hard work.
Thank you.
You definitely deserve that, because I have personally tried these meatballs and they are absolutely amazing. They are the best meatballs I've had in my entire life, and the best sauce. I'm sorry, Grandma and Grandpa. I'm sorry, Meme. I'm sorry, Mom.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Well, yeah, absolutely. So also, you have a very impressive resume, which I do have right here. And this is it. It's covered. Usually, you don't have so much covered space. You have a lot more white space in this, but you still managed to get some good white space going on, which is good and professional for the industry. And I'd just like to ask you a little bit about what you've achieved on there, and basically, what movies have you been in?
Oh, I've been in the Boston area, the New England area. We've been in about 30 films, 35 films.
Oh my gosh. Feature films?
Feature films. The last movie I was in was called American Hustle.
Yeah.
I played a waiter. It was a David O. Russell film.
Yeah.
And prior to that, I was in The Fighter. I was in Mall Cop. I was in The Proposal with Sandra Bullock.
Wow.
The Heat with Melissa McCarthy and Sandra Bullock. And Adam Sandler, I've been in 4 or 5 of his movies.
Wow.
And That's My Boy.
Yeah.
Grown Ups 1.
Yeah.
I did the movie Stiffs with Danny Aiello.
Yep.
The Game Plan with The Rock and Kyra Sedgwick.
Wow.
And there's so many. Those are the I do some indie films.
Yeah.
And I did some independent films for some student films for Emerson College.
Yeah.
And I did some for the Cambridge Cable TV as well as the Medford Cable TV.
Wow.
So I've been in a lot of different things. And I did some commercials
Oh my gosh.
for the New England Models Group and some print work for
Yeah,
them as well.
they're amazing.
Yeah. So I've been busy with that stuff. And I'm presently involved in an independent film called DJ Standing In.
Yeah.
Which is going to be a feature film.
Yep.
And I play one of the lead roles as a photographer. And that'll be coming out sometime in summer 2014.
Well, we'll have to watch out for that then. And, and you've seen the photo for it already on the pictures I've shown in the beginning of the show. So hopefully you will tune in for that. That's a great one coming out, and I'm really excited for that. I have to catch up on all these movies, because as I was explaining to you prior to the interview, I am a little bit movie deprived. I usually only watch them when I'm studying acting. How about you? What do you do when you watch movies?
My wife and I go to the movie theaters. We go watch it on the big screen.
Yeah.
And then I usually buy the film, the ones I'm in action, and I take it home and watch it as well.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in a webisode series called Pizza Makers.
Yes.
And we've been doing that for about 3 years now.
Yeah.
And we're getting a lot of recognition on that, and a lot of publicity exposure. And we just did episode 8.
Yep.
Chris Palermo, the director, is based on his family growing up in the pizza industry.
Yes.
And he's also the writer, the director, and an actor.
Yeah.
He's put good scripts together, and we have a lot of fun doing it. And we just, like I said, did episode 8. It'll be coming out actually this Monday night.
And where can we find this?
It's on YouTube.com.
Okay.
Pizza Makers, Pizzer makers.com.
All right.
It's all one word, Pizza Makers.
Pizza Makers.
It's not spelled like a pizza, it's Pizzer makers.com.
Okay.
So it's a lot of fun. We have a great time doing it, and we actually were in, about 2 years ago, we were in, it was like a comedy contest type thing, like, the Child's Playhouse.
Yeah.
There was like 14 different short comedy films on webisode series, and we came in second place. We did pretty well. So we had a lot of fun doing it. It's enjoyable.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, wow. Where else can we find you online?
Online, I have a website, www.frankimbergamo.com, and also on Facebook.com and Twitter.
Yeah.
And
Very
you can just
prominent on there.
Google my name,
Yeah,
Frankie
Google.
Imbergamo, and see everything.
Yeah. Google is fun. I like to Google my own name sometimes, just for the fun of it,
Yeah,
just to see what pops up.
That's cool.
Yeah. Any other industry work that you'd like to mention that has been like a memorable experience for you?
Yeah, I do a lot of, presently I'm working with the Medford Transcript newspaper.
Yeah.
And what they do is they come to my home here once a month, and they pick out a recipe out of my cookbook,
Yeah.
and I make that recipe, and they film me, and I talk about that. And then 2 weeks later, it's in the Medford Transcript. I write a column, I write a story about that particular recipe. Whether it's like, sometimes we get something like that we normally do as a traditional thing on Christmas Eve, like a fish and pasta dish or one of those, and I'll talk about that, I'll write a story about that. So depending on the, the holidays and the way I was brought up in Boston's North End, which is Little Italy. And so I'm doing that, I've been doing that for about 2 or 3 years as well.
Wow.
So then I do some commercials, I do some print work. So I keep busy between the cooking, the cookbooks, the movie industry, commercials, and things of that nature.
Wow. And you're so busy. How do
Yeah,
you keep it all together and keep
Yeah.
it track so you can stay on track for everything and still make time for your family and
Well, I have,
friends and your wife?
it's a lot of fun, and I get a lot of calls to do different things like indie films, and I'm retired from my regular job. I went to work I was a supervisor at the post office,
Yeah.
and I did my time in that. I retired about 5-6 years ago, so now I have time to do this full time,
Oh,
and so it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. Meet a lot of nice people, and I work with a lot of big stars too. So it's nice to, it's interesting as well.
yeah. It's amazing. So, was this your dream as a child? Did you see yourself doing this?
Not really, no. I worked for the Postal Service, and then when I was ready to retire, I was looking to do something. I didn't want to do a 9-to-5 job, because I already worked 30 years in the post office.
Yeah,
I did that.
basically doing
So
that, yeah.
then what happened was, from the Emeril show, this is how I got recognized to be in a movie.
Yeah.
After that show, I got some calls from Boston Casting.
Yeah.
And they were doing a film in Boston with Danny Aiello called Stips. And they asked me to come to the audition, and I did, and next thing you know, I was in the movie. It was only an extra part, but it was nice. I was going to the funeral parlor, going to a funeral, and Danny Aiello would come over to me and shakes my hand, and I'm sorry, you want your balls, and I was supposed to be like part of the family in this movie,
Yeah.
And it was interesting. It was the first one I did the game plan. And then what happens is you start getting better parts,
Yeah.
and you become like part of a core group of people, with the agencies. They get to know you,
Yeah.
because then you're very dependable. You know what to wear, where to go, and
Yeah.
it's easy on everyone's end, myself as well as the casting agency.
Yeah.
So you start getting better parts, and then you get the extra. You start off as an extra, then you get featured extras, like in some kind of a uniform,
Yeah.
and then you get principal roles and speaking roles, and that's where I am now.
Wow.
So
That's great.
I'm trying to pursue that a little more now.
Yeah, definitely. I wish you much luck with that.
Thank you very much.
I expect to see you many more things,
appreciate it.
definitely in the future.
Appreciate it.
Has there been a cover of a magazine with you on it?
Yes, Imagine News. Carol Patton, she's the publisher and
Yeah.
the owner of the magazine. And she interviewed me, and she took a picture of these Boston actors and put them on the cover. And she wrote a little story about the things I've been in.
Yeah.
She's been wonderful. She's been great. She became a great friend.
Yeah.
And actually met her at the Child's Playhouse, because she's the one that set up that comedy night of the short films with pizza makers.
Yeah.
This is how I got to know her. And now we became good friends, and
Wow.
she invites me to all her, networking parties and things like that. And I've been in there, actually, I've been in there like several times already now.
Yeah, that's
So
really
it's
nice.
good, yeah. She's very nice person.
That's fun. That's
Good
good.
friend.
It's so nice to meet nice people and have
Yeah,
their
she's a
friends,
great woman.
especially that do the same thing that you do, because they understand. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Boston's North End, so it's in a tank. It's like a little Italy.
Yeah.
There's 115 Italian restaurants in 1 square mile.
Oh my gosh. That's quite a lot. That's an accomplishment right
So
there.
like, as far as I grew up cooking, where I learned, I didn't really have to go to culinary school,
Yeah.
because I was growing up in a culinary type atmosphere, neighborhood,
Yeah.
between family and friends, they own restaurants, social clubs, and cooking and things like that. So
Yeah.
you pick it up, and you learn. Now I always watch my mother and grandmother making like they call it Sunday gravy.
Yeah.
Some people call it sauce. We call it gravy. That's the way we were brought up.
Yeah.
In some parts of Boston, they call it gravy. Some call it sauce. But that could be a whole show. There's a controversy on that.
Yeah.
And let me tell you the reason why we call it gravy is
Yeah.
there's a reason for when you put meat into a red sauce,
Yeah.
it becomes a gravy.
Yeah.
If you don't put meat in it, it's a marinara sauce.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this is how I always was brought up, and I always knew that.
Yeah.
So when I talk, I'm on the radio a lot, and the different TV shows, and I talk about that, and I explain how that came about.
Yeah. That's really
Which is
cool.
interesting. It's interesting, And I was in New York City a couple of times in some neighborhoods, and some of the Italian restaurants call it gravy too.
Wow.
Yeah, it was kind of, depending, maybe what part of town you were growing up in, or,
Yeah, maybe what part of Italy.
what part of Italy, exactly.
Yeah, that's so. What part of Italy is your family from?
Well, my mother's side was from Avellino, which is it's right just outside Naples.
Yep.
And my father's side is from Sicily.
Yep.
Like it's called Caltanissetta. The town's called Riese, Sicily.
Yeah.
It's in the province of Caltanissetta. And that the Sicilians, which was good for me because I have a combination of cooking, like with the southern part and the northern part, and it's good. I create different dishes that way. Like I make a lot of pasta dishes with seafood and vegetables.
Yeah.
That's more like on a Sicilian time. In the northern
Yeah.
part, we do like cacciatories, or we'll do like chicken dishes and things like that.
Yeah.
So it comes into play, but it's good, man. It's good, good experience to get that done. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's so exciting. How did you get into cooking besides your family? Is there any other influences? Like, did you watch TV shows? Was there something sort of like the Food Network around back then, or nothing?
Yeah, well, I used to like to watch Emeril a lot, and I watch, he was like one of my favorite chefs. And,
Yeah.
And when I went to content, I was kind of like in shock because I followed him a lot.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of his shows.
Yeah.
And I applied for his show, the contest, and it was unbelievable. It was really nice. But prior to that, I watched, a lot of my friends had restaurants in North End, and we used to cook in the social clubs on Saturday. So you get to know, you see different guys cooking, different people cooking, you don't forget that stuff, like, a little of this, a little of that,
Especially when you.
Yeah, and then you memorize all that, and then and I started cooking in the social clubs.
Yeah.
Like I used to cook for the Italian American Club in Medford, and now they merged with the Winchester Sons of Italy. And I do cook once in a while for them,
Yeah, that's
But
nice.
I have cooked for them for 85, 90 people at a time.
Yeah.
Like
Same
a
here.
special dinner like near Christmas Eve, like we do a lot of pasta and fish dishes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we had fun doing that.
That's good. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Wow. So basically, you got into acting through Emeril Live and
that's how
winning
it
the
started.
contest and
Yeah.
recognition. So it's basically like just getting your name out there and, and going from there to develop
That's right,
in
exactly.
the
Yeah.
industry.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you've done so many amazing things.
Thank
and
you.
Thank you so much for having me in your beautiful home
You're welcome.
and for having a beautiful meal made for us.
Yeah, you're going to be having the pasta and meatballs, which you already tried the meatballs.
Yes,
I'm
they're
glad you
amazing.
enjoyed it.
Yes,
But
they're
you,
just so
you have the
good.
dinner coming right after we're all done here. We'll have our Italian dinner, and it has meatballs with it.
Yes. Meatball.
So
Yeah.
I appreciate you doing this. It's very nice of you to do that, and it's an honor to be on your show.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All
Thank you
right.
for everything.
Mwah. All right. Well,
Ciao.
thank you so much. Ciao for
Ciao,
watching, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
I understand the poster. Let me get that.
Yeah.
Did you know, you haven't been to North End, huh? We'll take you guys down to a restaurant.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
That'd be
We'll
nice.
walk around, we'll go for a coffee in a cafe.
Yeah.
We'll have a cannoli
Oh, I love
after
cannoli.
dinner. Yeah. We'll take one to North End one night. Yeah.
That'd be
So
amazing.
we'll do that, and well, I guess a little while, maybe like June. June's a good one.
Yeah.
Just because you go for dinner, then you can walk around Hanover Street. Like I said, there's 115 restaurants in one square mile.
Yeah,
And then
that's
they have all the
crazy.
coffee shops. They make everything fresh, like the cannolis. They stuff the cannolis fresh right in front of you.
Wow.
That's what we call fresh.
That's like La Fiorentina by us.
Yeah. It's like Italy, only just in Boston, but out of all my wife and I go, every time we go away to different states, we try to find a little Italy.
Yeah.
And the Little Italy in Boston, the North End is superior over all of them so far.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything, like New York is even better than New York. New York City's not even as big as ours.
Wow, yeah.
The North End is bigger.
It's not going to have that many restaurants in a square mile.
See, New York City used to have a lot on Mulberry Street, it's called.
Yeah.
But now a lot of the Asians are taking over, they're moving in, and so it's like depleting, it's getting low, it's starting to, decrease,
Yeah.
And then we went to like the place in Providence, Federal Hill, they have an Italian section.
Yeah,
which is
Federal
good.
Hill's cool.
But Hanover Street, North End and Salem, the North End is a lot more restaurants.
Yeah.
And I think they're better quality restaurants.
Yeah, I see.
I mean, maybe it's from Boston, but not the real only town, because it's a fact, it's 115 restaurants in 1 square mile.
Yeah.
The other places don't have that, they have maybe 25 restaurants,
Yeah.
So there's different parts. We went to California. There's a place called North Beach.
Yep.
There's a Little Italy there. There's a place in Philadelphia called the 9th Street Marketplace.
Wow.
They have. We've tried them all. When I travel, I go to try to find a Little Italy. Even in Cleveland, there was a small one. There's different places.
Yeah, that's really cool. You've been to a lot of places.
Yeah. So we'll get together. We'll take it down to North End this summer. Okay.
Yeah. That
All
sounds
right.
good.
Cool.
All right. Okay. Here we are. Alright, see if I can get this right here. Here we go, here we go. Come on. Woo! Alright. I got it. Woo! Alright. Now this is the hard part, getting this off of here. This is the fun part.
Setups are all set,